Welcome, welcome. I'm so glad that you could join me tonight. I'm going to stop sharing the screen so that I can go full screen. That just makes me feel like we're more together. Let me stop this. Perfect, perfect. So welcome. I'm Deborah Loader. I'm a certified transformational health coach, and I'm so happy you could join me as we talk about making this holiday season the healthiest ever. Now, over the next 35 minutes, we're going to go over various strategies that you can implement right now, even before we have the Christmas break. Now, if you have any questions during our time together, please let me know. You can go ahead and put them in the chat and we'll work through those. I want to begin with our current state of affairs because all of us are in the same boat right now. The holidays are on the horizon, and there is nothing that we can do to stop this from happening. But think back to your childhood. Holidays were always filled with joy, excitement, and fun. So, why did this have to change? Well, there was a survey conducted by Consumer Reports, the National Research Center, where they asked people what they dread most about the holiday season. And the results are exactly what you would expect. 68% said the crowds and the long lines. 37% said about gaining weight. And 37% also said getting into debt. 28% of those people also said that they dreaded gift shopping. 25% of those people dreaded traveling. 24% was seeing certain relatives. 16% with having to attend holiday parties or events. There's a couple others. Having to be nice. They dreaded that. And I'm assuming that that means being nice to people that you don't like. Another one was holiday tipping. But what about the joy associated with all of this negativity? Right? I mean, is it possible to make all the above fun and filled with health? Now, maybe I'm too idealistic, but at the same time, I do believe that it's possible to maintain our health and remain stress free during this time of year, which is why I'm hosting this class today. Before I share a handful of strategies that are guaranteed to make this year better, as long as you follow through, I want to perform an exercise with you. Now, this is an exercise you can do for yourself, or you can even share it with all of us, which is encouraged if you're comfortable. So I'm going to leave this for a few minutes so you can have time to complete this mini assignment. And that will help create more clarity for your ideal holiday season. Now, fuzzy targets don't get hit, which is why most people are unable to accomplish their goals because they never truly define the desired outcome and envision what will become possible as this outcome is achieved. So, spend some time in your thoughts and begin to see yourself living out the absolutely ideal holiday season. So just think about these questions. You can close your eyes and just envision, who would you be spending your time with? And what foods would you be eating? What presents would you purchase? And what gifts would you receive? Where would you be, geographically? Where would you be located? And how would you define this holiday season as successful? So I'm going to copy these questions in the chat so that you have those. Now, every successful outcome begins with a clear plan of where you're going. So take a few minutes and write out a response to these questions, and either keep it sacred, for your eyes only, or you can post it in the chat. This is a safe environment where no one will pass judgment. So please feel comfortable. So I've got those questions in the chat, so you can think about that. I'll give you just a moment. Just envision what the perfect Christmas would be like. Maybe in the Caribbean, someplace warm. I'm going to share over 10 strategies and a handful of really fantastic recipes so that this holiday season is as ideal as possible. But I need one commitment from you. Please don't let this be like a jacuzzi experience. You know, jacuzzis feel great, but they don't offer much value. No one is changing their life because they sit in a hot tub for 45 minutes. Right? The only way to make this time impactful is if you truly commit to taking action this holiday season. So if you're committed, either say or type in the chat, I'm ready. Okay, so the first strategy to stay healthy and stress-free during the holiday is to be aware. Right? Awareness is such a powerful skill, and from what I've seen, it's the difference between making your goals real or missing that mark. We live in an extremely on-the-go society, and distraction has become our new norm. Right? As a result, many people make poor choices when it comes to the food they put in their bodies. They ignore the people that they love the most and struggle with productivity. So my challenge for you is to be extremely aware during this holiday season of the foods or drinks that you put in your body, the time that you allocate to be with your family, the money that you spend, the attitude that shows up when you're traveling, the amount of physical activity, the people that you interact with. Your goals should be to ask yourself questions as you engage in any of those activities that I just mentioned. For example, if you are about to consume a variety of sugar treats or an unhealthy meal, ask yourself a series of questions. How does this decision serve me? Will it get me closer to my ideal holiday season? Remember, that's the one that you envisioned. Is there a better choice I can make that will help me achieve my goal? Remember, no judgment, only curiosity. As human beings, we're often extremely impulsive with our decisions, especially when given a variety of options to choose from, which is why the holidays are often most difficult. If we give ourselves the permission to think, even for a few seconds, prior to acting, our choices will be more aligned with our vision for creating that ideal holiday season. Another example would be if you're spending time with family, ask yourself a series of questions. Am I showing up as the person I want to be in this situation? Will I be proud of the way I acted during this event? What can I do to be the best version of myself, regardless of the circumstances? Now, self-awareness is not easy, but it becomes simpler when you're clear on your desired outcome. My question is, in what area of your life will you be hyper aware during these holidays? Now, my next few comments are going to focus on ways to control some of your diet during the holidays. Now, I'm sure you've heard this, that food is fuel. But even if you allow yourself to indulge during this time of the year, the fundamentals are really important. You can control when you eat, right? You can control when you eat. So avoid any food at least 3 hours before going to bed. And don't skip meals, right? Don't skip meals. And chew your food really well. We talk about that a lot. Fill your plate one time and make sure that it's colorful. Consume at least 5 to 6 servings of vegetables or fruits every day and say no to gravy. That's a fundamental. Another really great strategy that I have seen help people is to stock your freezer with healthy meals. Everyone is really busy during this time, with shopping, decorating, traveling, and we typically grab something on the go, which is almost never healthy. But if you plan ahead and either prepare foods that are in your refrigerator or you have a variety of options that have been frozen, it makes it so much easier to ensure that you're giving your body what it truly needs. Now, this is so I laugh because I'm going to be talking about a buffet, dinner buffet. So if you're going to attend a holiday party with a dinner buffet of goodies, it is important to make a proclamation before the experience even takes place. I want you to say, state your name. So I, Deborah, will not be defeated by the buffet. So I, state your name, will not be defeated by the buffet. This is such an important tip because overconsumption takes place when there are too many options and you want to try everything. The easiest way to avoid the buffet blues is to take a smaller plate than everyone else. This way you can still attempt to try everything, but the real estate for the calories will be much smaller, so the portion will be controlled. And if there happens to be not to be smaller plates, then just ask. Really, everyone has smaller plates, and you can tell them the truth. I, Deborah, will not be defeated by the buffet. I invite you to try that one. Now, please, please, please don't starve yourself in anticipation of a monster meal. Many people will they will avoid breakfast and even lunch during the holiday season because they know that they're going to make up for it at dinner. And then what happens is dreaded overconsumption by means of starvation. Right? Don't do that. Prior to leaving your home, or if you're having people over, force yourself to consume at least 2 nutritious meals so that your stomach will be at least 50% full during the main event. Now, if you're going to an event and you're bringing something, I always recommend contributing a food choice that's healthy and enjoyable for you. Right? This will guarantee there's at least one item at the party that will meet your needs and keep you on track. I also want you to realize that holidays will probably lead to somewhat out of control behavior. Maybe you'll splurge, get out of your routine for a bit, and even eat some foods that you know are not the best. But the key is to avoid becoming victimized by your temptations. This means to not have tempting foods in your home. Right? Don't keep them around. You're going to run into them when you go to different events and different parties, so you don't need to have them in your house too. Another one is to avoid liquid calories. Right? Now, this is an obvious strategy, right? But one that we must include because far too many people fall victim to liquid calories. And now, whether this is eggnog, wine, beer, or hard alcohol, or sugary drinks, you should avoid liquid calories during the holiday season. A good strategy is to stick with water, right? Water, and add some fruit to the water if you want to enhance that flavor. Now, for a really festive water, try some cranberries and a pinch of cinnamon. Awesome. Another strategy is focus on more than food. A key to controlling yourself during the holiday is to become distracted by something other than the high calorie items. Spend time playing games, telling stories, singing, dancing, and just having fun. The more time you spend doing something outside of eating, right, the easier it will be to avoid another unhealthy holiday season. And it can be fun starting a new tradition. Like, does your home have a mountain of old photos that need to be sorted out? Right? Organizing this clutter can be stress relief in and of itself, but you'll also get that emotional lift when you look at the photos. Plus, this is a perfect gift for people you care about, the opportunity to revisit all of those memories together. Feel free to play a new family game or go on a family hike or do an art project, sing songs, dance around the house, any of those things. Holidays are intended to create new traditions, to use this time wisely, because looking back, you'll be overjoyed with the memories that you captured. So I have a challenge for you. Have at least a 10-minute conversation with 5 people at an event before you take your first bite of food. Now, it might be inevitable that you're going to eat more, but why does this mean that you're going to have to move less? We sort of associate those together, right? And outside of overconsumption during the holidays, people also tend to slip or to slip out of or totally skip their daily fitness routine. And there's no reason that everything needs to fall apart during the last leg of your race. And I encourage you to exercise for at least 30 minutes, 4 times every week during this holiday season. And don't be afraid to get creative, right, with your movement. Have a dance competition with your family. Cut down your own holiday tree. That'll get you outside. Get a partner and schedule your workouts into your calendar in permanent marker, not in pencil. Park as far from the mall as you can so that you have to walk. And do 5-minute interval exercises. You can, 5 minutes of push-ups or 5 minutes of jumping jacks or running in place or crunches, and just kind of throw those in during the day. Walk at a steady pace whenever you're shopping. I find this hard. I usually sort of meander, right? Going from store to store or in the stores, just do a steady pace from one place to another. Another is to play games with the kids in your family because they're usually filled with energy. and that'll get you some movement. Also, count your steps and try to get 10,000 steps every day. Another one is to sign up for a holiday race. So do any of those sound interesting to you? What's your exercise plan? I know for many people, the holidays are so go, go, go that the day is over before you know it, and you feel like nothing has been accomplished. I encourage scheduling calm down breaks. When you wake up each morning, there is no time more peaceful than the first few minutes when you open your eyes. And my goal for you is to keep that sacred moment filled with calmness. Don't look at your to-do list. Don't check your email, don't make a phone call, and don't jump out of bed. Simply take the first 5 or 10 minutes of each day and keep those reserved for yourself. Close your eyes and just take several deep breaths and meditate or relax. Imagine yourself in a beautiful place. Think of a happy memory or visualize yourself succeeding at a cherished goal. I'm telling you, this will transform your day if you make it a ritual. And keep in mind that you can take 1 to 5 minute long, you can take 1 5-minute long relaxation breaks to calm yourself down at any point during the day. A few moments of conscious slow breathing can help you when you're feeling frustrated during the holiday season or even beyond. So comment below with, I will be calm, if you plan on using some of these or all of these recommendations during the holiday season. Another strategy is, and this is one of the best ways to stay calm, content, and cheerful this time of the year, is to act generously with your loved ones, your colleagues, and your friends. And this does not mean that you need to spend a ton of money or do outlandish things, but the act of giving is the most rewarding experience you can create for yourself. Now, whether this means giving your time, whether this means giving a small gift, whether this means writing a note, or maybe just expressing some gratitude. You can define generosity however it's best for you, but during this holiday season, make a commitment to experience the gift of helping the people you care about the most. This is the ultimate solution to creating a stress-free holiday. Now, Anne Frank said, no one has ever become poor by giving. Now, I have a handful of resources that I found while researching healthy holiday recipes, and I've not prepared all of them. So if you end up using any of these, please let me know what you think. Now, I've got 10 paleo recipes. I've got 10 plant-based recipes. I've got a Thanksgiving one. I've got a healthy Christmas, low-calorie options. I've got the links for all of these. So, and if you have any other resources, I'd love for you to share those. So let me know if you want any or all of these links, and I will get those emailed to you. There's just tons of recipes, and they're easy, the ones I've tried. So just let me know if you want those, and I'll get those links out to you. I really want to empower you to take action this year because you deserve to thrive. Taking control of your food and your movement and your stress is within reach. And the 20 plus ideas that we've just discussed will help guide you during this time of the year. Yes, the holidays will be stressful. And yes, you're going to be exposed to a ton of food. And yes, you might need to spend time with people that you don't really enjoy. And yes, travel will be exhausting. But this year will be different because you're prepared to put your health first. Prove to yourself you can do it and watch what happens to all the goals that you set in your life. I know you have what it takes to make this holiday season different, and I'm excited to be part of that experience. So I hope you're feeling motivated and inspired and informed and not too overwhelmed. Positive, proactive feelings of motivation and inspiration will serve as the energy you need to propel you forward. Take on these healthy holiday habits and dramatically improve your quality of life. because the holidays are notoriously busy for all. And I hope that this class has served as a helpful and educational experience for you. Once again, if you need any additional guidance or support, don't hesitate to reach out. Let's schedule a conversation. I'd love to hear what your goals are for 2020 and what's the most important goal that you want to work on. What's that most important one for next year? Send me a note or a comment in the chat, and then we can set that up. I'm going to share my screen and with my contact information, if I can find it. Here we are. So this is my contact information. You can find me on my website. You can find me on Facebook. You can email me. You can call me. Any of those. I want to extend my most sincere appreciation and gratitude toward those of you who took the time to experience this event, whether it's live, whether you're live here, or if you're watching the replay. Helping people achieve and maintain health during the holiday season is very near and dear to my heart, and it was an honor to spend this time with you. If you need any additional information, help, or questions answered, please let me know. I said, here is my contact information. All of those, whatever's easier, go ahead and contact me that way. I will always be here to support you. Have a wonderful holiday and Merry Christmas.